Raise your horns high and let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show.
Vikki Vincent, you're back. I don't know how many times we've had you on here. Probably this is probably like the third. but but
Hmm.
but I know you got some stuff to promote. But real quick, because Evil and I were just chatting about this, I'm going to share this, and you can have a rebuttal to Mister. You know Rick Fox? Just curious because I
I'm aware of who he
aware of
is.
him. You
Yes.
don't know who you know. Not friends. That's I take it.
Well, let's just say that even if I had met him before, I might want to forget who he is.
Oh, Jesus. What did he do to you?
I just don't think he's. I don't think he's a quality, upstanding individual, Ruben, and he
Mm.
has no honor for my art. Yeah,
Well, I know
no respect for my
no
artistic
respect for your art.
abilities.
Well, you're probably not going to be happy with this, but and you're probably not that active on Facebook. But Rick Fox, when Ultimate Classic Rock posted their article about your upcoming releases, you know, those singles that you were threatening to release, he basically
Hmm.
accused you of trying to rip him off and being mentally unstable, and that Dana Strum basically, what's it say? Dana Strum uh, can vouch for for his story, and so could Bobby Rock. So there you go. So, what do you have to say about that? It looks like the song that is in question here is oh, what was it? It's On the Run, which was from his band Sin, and then you tried to use it for Let Freedom Rock, which is a Vinnie Vincent Invasion record.
Um, well, once again, coattail riders and hangers on, Ruben. Wannabes, could have been, should have beens. They're always trying to tear me down, and I don't really
Yeah.
understand why.
Is he a
And it
mean
doesn't.
Mr. Mustard? I mean, I'm just kidding.
Oh, he
Does
would
he
be Mean
fall
Mr.
under that?
Mustard's. He'd be his tech or his right hand man, his
Oh, so
personal
he's not.
assistant, if he could.
Yeah.
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 So he's just these are bottom dwellers, Ruben. That's what they are, and they
Right.
don't seem to have any respect for the art, the music that I've created, the things that I've given musically to my fans that they'll never understand. So it's to be expected. I've had many arrows slung my way
Hmm.
over the years, and here I am, still in the barn, jamming away on my acoustic guitar, putting the tunes together. So
And this is
um,
your because you this is two separate things, right? The singles that you were going to release, I think $200 a pop about, and then the Barnyard Jams is a totally different thing.
yeah, you could go ahead and show them that now. We have Speed Barn Jams is a
Oh,
new
excuse
compilation.
me, Speed Barn
Yeah,
Jams. Yeah,
Speed Barn
I
Jams because
gotta.
we've a lot of this has been getting put together in the barnyard, and so Speed Barn Jams, the deluxe edition. So this is going to have a lot of bonus content you won't find anywhere else. Okay.
Okay.
And for those of you, and this is separate from the Guitar Mageddon
Right.
tracks that are out there with Ride the Serpent and Cock Teaser and
Mm.
some of the other songs that are out there that are going to be coming. So let's just get right down to it here. All right,
Hmm.
look at this fine product I'm giving you. This is the deluxe edition of Speed Barn
Deluxe.
Jams, and
Yeah.
and people are acting like, okay, first off, if you're, we know that there were people paying $50,000 to Gene to have a box of vault shit delivered to their house where he sat on the couch and ate their chicken wings for 30 minutes and left. So
Right.
I saw it with my own two eyes. He drugged me in with this
You were
acoustic
there.
guitar that I have right now
Yeah.
in my hands. Yes, and I was having to watch him sell this stuff to these people. So think about it. Is $200 really that much money for a complete 8 minute rock extravaganza with guitar riffs that your heart is longing to hear me play in professional production with Robert Fleischman singing? I mean,
Yeah.
$200 for a song is in today's market doesn't,
It-
doesn't seem, and when I was thinking about prices, Ruben, it just, I was sitting there with all these tracks and I've been cutting these tracks and I thought, well, how much should I charge for a song these days? It's been so long since I've really put
Mm-hmm.
out a volume of new material. And right then, the power bill came, and it said $200 was due for
Right.
that month. And I thought,
Uh,
if I could just get one person to cover the song for one song, there's the
yeah.
power bill, right? So that's how I settled on that price. And all these people are thinking there's some mystery behind it. It just happened to be the power bill, but that's what was due that month.
But
So,
I think I don't know, are the sales kind of soft? I mean, you can only have so many idiots. I mean, fans like, the three sides of the coin guys that'll buy anything. And, some of the other miscellaneous whack jobs. I mean, I think you have a kind of a bad track record, right? Because remember that box set that you threatened to deliver on, I guess it was empty. You didn't have any cassettes or whatever
well,
it was.
there there was a lot of legal entanglement. See, people think that I can just go dropping out new material left and right, and not have Mean Mr. Mustard sending me another lawyer's telegram or an email or a fax or whatever it was in the day saying, "Don't do that, Vinny." So
Hmm.
this is part of the reason why I've transitioned into the modern era. So, this analogy for what I'm offering you is like, well, yeah, Ruben, you can go to McDonald's, but what I'm offering you is caviar,
Caviar.
caviar for your evening.
Yeah,
And so how much would you spend for it? Caviar is not for everyone. It's
right.
not for the layperson at the bus stop. It's for the guy who's riding in the Rolls
So
Royce or the Bentley. And so
yeah.
maybe
So
my
you're
music is
basically like
just a
the
little bit.
upscale, huh? The upscale fan.
Well, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. Obviously, I don't need millions of people to pay my
Hmm.
$200. I just need
Hmm.
a couple, 50 good friends. That's all I need, and I'm doing fine. Now my
Out of
power bills are paid. Give me
curiosity,
back your new
though,
songs.
uh, uh, I'm sure it's probably gotten back to you, but like Ed Trunk has been railing on you, and you gave him that great interview. Yeah, you were a little late, but now he seems like he's flipped on you. I mean, I don't imagine you'd go back on there, would you? At this point?
With that blowhard, no. The guy, I don't want to get too vulgar on your show. Are we free to speak freely here, Ruben?
Yeah, yeah. You can free to
Okay.
say whatever you'd like. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that while he's talking to you on the phone, he masturbates. He's like that Louis C.K. guy. You just hear this weird
right.
sounds in the background, and it's just.
Yeah,
And as soon as he starts talking about, well, you remember that time, Vinny, when I
yeah,
put you on the air at the convention?
sure. Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
right,
well, something's going
right,
on here with this
right.
guy. He's just really into
It's
himself, and it
possible.
doesn't really appears to me that he really cares what I'm releasing. I could be releasing Lick It Up Part 2 with Paul's fucking blessing, and this guy over here
Hmm.
would still be masturbating in the corner talking about how he almost signed Paul to a solo deal at Megaforce in '86 or
Right.
something. So I just
I-
don't know about that guy. I have a feeling that something's amiss with him too. People. The difference between me and them is that something's amiss with me, but I'm telling you something's amiss with me. I'm Vicky. That's what you expect. That's why I'm in the barn. I'm jamming
Right,
in here by
right. You're
myself.
jamming
I
in
mean,
the barn.
yeah. Do you think that this is normal behavior? No, of course. So this is why I charge extra. I want the
Well,
crazy people to buy my music. That's who I'm
well,
looking. That's my niche market is psychos.
and what's up with those titles? I mean, they're totally like throwback to the 80s and stuff. Cock teaser and what was the other one? Ride the serpent or
Well,
the dragon or whatever.
Ride the Serpent. Yeah, Ride the
Serpent.
Serpent and Cock Teaser. And, well, speed barn jams. Think about it. I'm in here in the barn and I'm playing fast licks. So, and the cock teaser, some people would say, well, you're talking about a male's genitive.
Yeah,
Maybe I was talking about my horse in the barn. You don't know. I could have been in here in the
that's
barn
true.
talking about the horse cock. So
Mm,
who knows? I'm just saying that sometimes the title and the song just comes to you when you're playing the riff, and then you
hmm.
don't have any rhyme or reason why you thought of cock teaser, but also cock teaser could have been about a girl I met on tour back in 1986 that I stole from Mark Slaughter, and she was a teaser, and she teased my cock a lot, and so I kicked her off the bus and left her in Sheboygan, I believe,
Uh,
in
oh my
Wisconsin. So,
God. Uh,
well, these things happen.
yeah.
And so the bottom line is, though, I want people to understand that my music is an acquired taste.
Right.
My music is something that your heart will lead you to in your time of need. And when you find me there playing my guitar, waiting for you, we bond, we form a connection, And so for that reason, I don't think a $3,600 price tag for the deluxe edition of Speed Barn Jams on
Hmm.
vinyl signed with
Signed.
pink guitar
Okay.
picks
Are they numbered?
and pink guitar pick.
Mm.
Yes, it's limited
Oh, they are
edition
numbered.
guitar picks. And I'm also going to throw in for the first 100 buyers of the Speed Bar Jams Deluxe Edition for $3,600. They also get a pair of pink G-string panties. So
Oh my God.
I think you guys might enjoy. I think you guys might enjoy that. Now, whether they're worn or not is up to you to take a
Oh,
guess. You don't
oh
really know,
no. Oh
but
boy.
but I can tell you it'll at least smell like the nether regions of
Oh
Vikki
boy.
Vincent, and that's like being in paradise, Ruben. I'm sure you're curious. You know.
Oh,
So Gene was always curious. He always wanted a room with me, and I used to tell that big strapping buck, you can get in
it,
my room there, Gene. I'll slip you a little spare key.
is Gene a bit stinky? I know that's one of the things that I think in some of the biographies that some of the other bandmates that
I
Gene
think,
was kind of rank.
yeah, my guess is back in Jerusalem, they probably don't have a lot of showers and they sweat a lot because
Mm,
they're in the desert or something,
hmm.
probably. So I don't know. Maybe by the time he got to America, having access to a shower daily wasn't something he was used to. I don't know. I don't. I did notice a musky odor at times, but I stayed stage left of
Mm,
Paul, being Mr. Mustard, and Gene was always stage right. So I only could catch a whiff when I was doing a guitar solo, and he would start, licking my ear or something,
yeah.
and
A-
fondling his bass in front of me.
Out of curiosity, back when you were still in Kiss, you were in for part of the time, Creatures of the Night make the tail end of the makeup era before they got the classic guys back, and then the Lick It Up era. Which of those two guys banged more chicks? Was it Gene or was it Paul? And were there any uncomfortable type situations that you were in, caught in the middle of?
Well, since Paul goes all ways, I mean, Paul was like a Freddie Mercury type, a smorgasbord. He would just,
Hmm.
it didn't make a difference who, guys, girls, this, that,
Oh,
large, small,
yeah.
black, white. Paul is the kind of guy who just he finds love in any place he can find love.
Hmm.
Gene was just, I can assure you, Gene just likes, barely 18 female girls. That's his preference. And that's all he ever really had in his room. So if you're just looking for females, then you would say, well, Gene had the numbers. But if you want to say the overall numbers, I
Right.
think Paul Stanley might have been
Wow.
playing both sides of the baseball plate.
Wow. So he's like
So
a
yeah,
switch hitter, huh?
yeah, I
I can't.
think I've said before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that mean Mr. Mustard's bi. Yeah.
I I guess I'm not surprised.
No, I mean when he was dancing around with the stuffed animals strapped
Mm-hmm.
to his neon pants, and who wants to be lonely? He doesn't want to be lonely, Ruben. He'll
Right.
he'll lay down with anybody in bed to avoid that
Right.
loneliness, even if that means cuddling with Finny a few different times.
Hey,
You know,
out of curiosity, what's your take on the Simmons Stanley? You got Nick Simmons, the guy that plagiarized all those comics and got caught red-handed, and then you got Evan Stanley, who I don't know what happened with him, but he had that band, and they seemed to be getting some momentum, and all of a sudden he disbanded that to do this acoustic bullshit. No disrespect. I mean, obviously you're doing this acoustic album yourself, but um, what's your take on that? Because that's like a throwback to that flower power bullshit.
yeah, it reminds me of going to Laurel Canyon with the flower in my hair and the peace sign, and maybe smoking some ganja. I don't have a problem with them. Obviously I'm in touch with my feminine side, Ruben, just fine. I've invited him out to the barn actually to have an acoustic jam session with Uncle Vinny, but
Hmm.
I think me and Mr. Mustard probably put the kibosh on that and told Evan that flight to Nashville wasn't going to happen. So,
Right.
is it Kiss music? No.
Hmm.
Do I think that they're going to have a hard time finding a niche market for shoeless people and you know fields with having orgies or something? I don't know what they're
Right.
expecting to play to. That's
Right.
weird. It's music for love makers, and I don't know if there's a lot of love making going on in the world these days. It seems like I think people want a little more edge, but
Right.
you know um let them do what they want. I could see where they might be trying to, let's just be honest, Ruben. I think that they're trying to go the opposite direction of what their fathers did because
Right.
they realize how cringy their fathers really are at times. Yeah, that's just the reality.
Especially at the end, right? I mean, at the end, Kiss got real
Yeah,
ridiculous.
pretty much. And, wore out their welcome in many ways. Let's say that too. Part of the reason why so many people care about what Vicky's doing is because Vicky went away for a long time, Ruben. I left the public eye and I took care of my animals and tried to do the best I could with an intoxicated
Mm,
wife who's a pain in the ass.
mm,
But, these things happen to people. And, as for their boys, I'm sure they're fine. And I think I've met Nick one time, and he was just a young man. So, you know, um, I'm sure they're fine. I just don't see in today's market. This is again, people think I'm crazy for charging what I'm charging, but this is the modern music scene. There's no record labels to pay you. You have to make the money on your own, and so
mm.
that's why you have to, have a birthday party in a rehearsal room in Nashville and invite 50 of your friends and have some birthday cake and play guitar
There you go.
for $500 a pop in order to make a living.
Wow.
Uh, Things are different these days. There's no guy bankrolling the thing, and I don't even, I think even Evan's gonna hard time getting,
Hmm.
Papa Paul to put some money into the system to make him go on tour. And I think
Hmm.
Nick goes to Uncle Gene or Dad Gene and says, "Can I get some cash?" And he's probably gonna say, "You got to work for it, kid. Sorry."
Right. Right.
So that's why I think the acoustic guitar and the barefoot in the Laurel Canyon on a hill probably is the best bet. Just smoke the California ganja and just
I
have a good
guess,
time,
huh?
boys. I mean, because they don't really have to work if you think about it,
Right.
Ruben. I mean,
Right.
they have so
There.
that their own kids are probably not going to have to go
Yeah.
down to the Taco Bell and serve some burritos to make
Right.
amends meet. So,
Right.
this is generational wealth. When Gene has 400 plus $1 million, I'm sure he can figure it out.
Hmm. Yeah. Wow.
But it goes back to, this is why I'm saying, though, why would they attack me, Ruben? Why, I'm just a little guy over here playing my guitar in my barn.
Right.
So
Yeah.
is Gene really that threatened by speed bar jams, do you think?
Well, I mean, I think right now he's targeting Peter Chris for
Oh, poor
whatever reason.
Peter.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
let's just go on the record with a few
Yeah.
things. And I don't know if you can bring up that photo. I did have my brother Evil there. He's a wonderful tech and a wonderful man. He always fixes my guitars and my amps in a timely manner. So Evil, God bless you, Evil.
Oh.
I sent him a picture of me and Hillary.
Oh. Oh
They
yeah.
got all
That's right.
the press for their Kennedy Center honors thing, I believe it was. But
Yeah.
I was also in Washington, D.C., and just for whatever reason, the press didn't catch on that I was,
So
yes, there it
you
is.
got this
Yeah.
what society honors society award recipient for the pantsuit
Pantsuit of
of
the
the year
year.
of 2020.
I was
Yeah.
thrilled. It was an enlightening moment with me and Mrs. Clinton. And yes, the Clinton Foundation Honor Society Award recipient. I was the pantsuit of the year for
Yeah.
2025. That's now they had a lot of people to choose from to whether Kiss goes in Kennedy Center. There's only a select crowd of pantsuit options in that
Who were
category.
the other
So
nominees? I'm
I'm
guessing Kamala was one, huh? I mean,
Kamala was definitely
yeah.
on the list, and Senator Warren was in the
Mm.
list as well. And
Was
they threw in
was
Ellen DeGeneres. Ella
ah
DeGeneres was also on the list as a
was
possible,
Tampon
and she was
Tim?
kind of. I don't know if he was on the list, but I know for a fact that Ellen was pretty angry that I won because she was like, "Who is this third-rate Kiss person?"
Mm. Ouch.
But
Was she
sorry,
the
Ellen,
one?
you don't look as
Because
good in a pantsuit as I do.
I did see this photo, and I don't know if you can see the little cursor here. I'm moving.
Yeah.
Somebody said that you have a little bit of a gunt. I
Well,
don't. That's
no,
not very
I'm.
nice, is it?
Well, you try being a 60-something-year-old former guitar player of
True.
Kiss and see what your body looks like after
Right.
G's been, snuggled
Yeah.
up next to you in one too many bus cots and
Yeah.
backstage areas. I had to share sandwich platters with that guy. You know what
Oh
that's
yeah.
like? I mean, come on, it's horrible. So,
Right.
Anyways, yeah. So while they were getting some other award, I was getting the Clinton Foundation Award there in DC during the same time, but no one covered it. No one covered it, and so there's my award. Yep, that's the award that I have on my mantle in the barn, and it sits right over here. And I
Are they?
when I'm strumming my guitar, yeah, I
Has
put
this
it on there.
arrived yet? I mean, it
Oh yeah,
has.
yeah.
Oh,
It's on
is it
the mantle.
engraved and everything? Is it?
Yes, it says Vikki Vincent, recipient for 2025, and
Mm,
yeah, and I cherish that award right there because there's not very many women with the pantsuit stylings of Hillary Clinton. So if you're getting it from the Clinton Foundation for this general, this subgenre,
right.
you're in an elite class. You're
Hmm.
exclusive. This is exclusive club here right here. So
Are
so
you
that
going to
was that, and I also want to
defend the
say
title next year, or this year, I should say,
oh well, if
2026?
if they allow me to, I heard next year it's going to be Rosie O'Donnell and Ellen probably squaring off to see who's
Ooh,
got the best pantsuit look
okay.
for 26, and they're both pretty pissed off because of who's in the White House.
That's very
So I think
un-American
that's
because I think
probably
didn't
going
they
to
leave the
happen.
country? I mean, that's kind of un-American, right? You live in
That's
Nashville. Oh,
why I didn't that, but the Clintons are international. I mean, they're in Haiti a lot, and so
Epstein
they're
Island
an
and
international
like,
family. Yeah, they're
yeah,
always off, cavorting around nude somewhere with somebody.
right.
But regardless, so they while they were getting the Kennedy Center treatment, I was getting the Clinton Foundation treatment. It's
Hmm.
just that Rolling Stone and Blabbermouth didn't pick that up. But I'm glad that Evil took the time to acknowledge. He sent me a text, a nice little message saying, "I'm glad you won the award, Vicky." And so
Right.
that really hit my heart. It showed me that the wrap up show
We
does
do.
believe in
I
Vicky
mean,
Vincent. So
you're not even going to see uh, Aiken or Wendell talk about that. I mean, they're just not. They'll poke fun at you.
well, after all,
They'll poke fun at
all
you.
I've heard about those chauvinistic, misogynistic pigs, that they could just go fuck themselves because they're not very nice. And so,
Right.
just and they spoke very badly about AC Poo, and people
Oh
think
yeah.
I have a spot in my heart for Ace because when I joined the band, he looked right at me and he said, "Good luck, kid. You're gonna need it." And
Oh,
boy, was that was
right.
the truth. That
That
was
was
the
the
truth,
truth. Yeah.
Ruben.
No
He
shit.
he knew I was gonna need it.
Oof.
So Ace, rest in peace, Ace. I know you're up in heaven right now, and they should have given you more respect. Gene and Paul should have given you more respect for what you contributed, and you were never mean to me, Ace. No matter what, when
Hmm.
we at these conventions, you were always so sweet to me. You give me a big hug and asked me how it was trying to hang in with these lunatics, Stanley and Simmons. So.
Right.
And now they're crapping on Peter, and Peter never did anything wrong to me either. So I don't know what I don't know what Gene and Paul are thinking.
Right. Yeah. Eh,
Oh, and let's just go on the record, Ruben, and you're going to break this. This will be on Blabbermouth
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Let this be on Blabbermouth.
Let's hear about this.
I offered payment to buy a booth at the Landlocked Kiss Cruise in Las Vegas.
Oh.
A Vikki Vincent booth would have been
Hmm.
there. I was going to pay for it, Ruben, out
Right.
of my own pocket, and show up and have a booth and meet all the Kiss fans. And Doc and Paul, they went to that, what is it, something pop company that bought this
Oh,
fucking thing.
Pop House.
Yeah,
Pop House.
Pop
Yeah.
House. They went to the people at Pop House, and they came back and said, "Vicky, who?" And
Oh.
I said, "What?"
Oh.
And that's when I slammed the Lick It Up cassette because broke the records and everything I had because I thought, fuck these
Oh.
guys. They won't even recognize my contributions.
Oh.
And I was going to pay for it. You know how much they were going to charge me, Ruben, for a
How
booth?
much? I'm curious.
$75,000.
Oh, geez.
So that's how
Oof.
much money Gene figured I was going to make at that convention selling
Were
my
were you gonna
Speed
you were
Barn
gonna sell
jams.
barnyard jams there, huh?
Yeah, Speed Barn
And yeah,
jams, the
speed
deluxe
barn jams. Oops,
edition.
sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the first, I was actually going to debut the CD autograph singles of Ride the Serpent for $199 in
Mm,
person, and you could get a photo with that and me, and you could pick out what panties you wanted, whether you want the
right.
pink or the purple. I have pink and purple panties. So that was all thwarted because of Gene and Mean Mr. Mustard and these
Oh,
pop house people and Doc McGee and his slithering snakes.
yeah.
It was horrible. It was a horrible thing. And I looked at him and I said, "Why do you hate Speed Barn Jam so much?"
Right. Oh,
They,
that's
they just
awful.
do everything they can to thwart my releases and my art.
Right.
And so it's just this is what I'm battling. So when you say why, when Eddie Trunk says why would you charge
Yeah.
$200 for a song, it's to pay the legal bills because of Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
and
that's
Stanley
Stanley.
Ison. He's got a team of lawyers. They come after me left and
Right.
right. And then he
Oh.
said, I got this message on my voicemail, and he didn't say it was Paul, but he said, "Don't send any plane tickets to Evan, you piece of shit." Click, click. And I was like, wow, they can't even have the kids come jam with me in the
Oh.
barn.
Oh.
So, and
Well.
that was sad because I did have a couple of emails with Evan Stanley, and he seemed real sweet. He said I always
Mm,
liked Lick It Up. It was one of my favorite albums. So,
mm,
yeah.
nice.
But that might be why his dad's so mad. I mean,
Right.
when his son realizes who really invigorated the Kiss rocket ship, and it was the Vinnie Vincent fuel that burned the fire. So
Right.
yeah.
So all this stuff's definitely coming. You got the Speed Barn Jams Deluxe Edition. You got the singles, the two hundred
So yeah,
dollar
let's
singles.
clarify
Yeah.
that. You're gonna put $200 into my account, and I'm gonna hold it there. And then when we get to a certain number of sales, so I can order the whole lot that I need, then I will ship out everyone's CDs and autograph them and make everything right. And if we don't reach the proper number of sales, then the money just gets refunded right back to you, and you
Mm.
didn't lose anything. So it's kind of like a placeholder. You're
Ah,
holding your place in line to
in
have
line.
yeah, you used to go wait in line outside of a record store when an album was dropped, right? So this is just kind of like a digital line. You're putting your money down to hold your spot. And I'm offering a lot of bonuses that they're not even mentioning. Again, the guitar picks and the
Right.
panties and all of these other things. So, I mean,
Mm,
if Gene Simmons can give you a vault full of glow in the dark condoms and shitty songs you never heard, then for
right.
thousands and thousands of dollars, I just don't understand why $200 is too much for people.
Sure.
So, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Ruben. Let's be honest. Because Eddie Trunk wants a freebie. He wants a freebie. He wanted me to send him the whole album for free.
Right.
And I said, well, what do I get out of that? You're not having me on the show. You get a free
Right.
album. You're driving around Las Vegas with your dick in your hand with your lubricant on the other hand, listening to Ride the Serpent and jerking off to my song. So what does Vikki get out of that? I'm over here in the barn alone with no one to pay the power bill. So that's why
Yeah.
Eddie Trunk is the way he is, because he wants a free Vikki Vincent album. He doesn't want to pay for it. So
And then he'll be
it's horrible.
listening to it in that in a car with that guy from Counting Cars and that the
Yeah.
guy from the Bistro and Carrot Top and
And then how long is it before one of them uploads Ride the
sure.
Serpent? And now it's on YouTube, and I'm not making my money because Eddie
Right.
Trunk. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
And get it.
but he's gonna I'll have the last laugh because what
Mm,
he doesn't know is I've $75,000 and have a booth at the Landlock next year, or
mm-hmm.
maybe for $575,000 I just booked myself at the Sphere, and it's Vikki Vincent at the
Ooh,
Sphere.
the Vikki
Yeah.
Vincent experience, huh?
Yep, yep. Speed Barn Jams Live Deluxe Edition in front of your eyes.
Wow.
So yeah, and the Sphere with me on all
Mm-hmm.
the walls in pink. I mean, imagine what this could look like, Ruben.
Yeah.
This could be quite. And then when Eddie Trunk emails me and says, "Can I get my comp ticket to come see you at the Sphere?" I'll say, "Fuck you, Eddie Trunk."
Well, there you go.
So yeah,
Okay.
so we'll see, we'll find out. But I'm
We'll
looking
find.
into it because if I get enough buyers of the full album at $3,600, it won't take very long for me to get the $575,000 to book myself and hold the Sphere.
Yeah.
So there you
True.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So the numbers, see, they think the numbers are just I'm on a calculator working the numbers with my management team here in the barn, and we're coming up with the ways that we can make Vikki Vincent, launch into the new era. That's what we're entering, the new era, the caviar and art area. The areas where you want to lay down
Mm-hmm.
and relax and feel soothing and listening to me shredding these guitar riffs over your ears, and it's just tickling your senses and making you feel good. That's what Vicky's here for.
Well, there you go.
So that's what
Okay.
Paul Stanley never understood, Ruben. Okay.
Right. Right.
He was too busy jerking Bill a coin off and,
Ooh.
worried
Yeah.
about his hair. That's what he was worried about. See, I already told you guys I've always worn a wig because I don't have very good follicles. Paul Stanley lied to you guys, and he's balder than bald. So
Mm-hmm.
there you go. Yeah.
Sure. Well,
Well, thank you for
nice.
having me, Ruben. I want to
Yeah.
thank Evil for letting me come set the record straight. And people hadn't known what I've been doing the last 6 months, but all this art's going to come flowing out of Vikki Vincent onto your
Nice.
audio streams wherever they are. And let's just all hold hands and get around the barn, because the barn is the communal
The barn.
place where
Yeah.
we get, yes. And if you, I'm telling you right now, when this all gets dropped next year, well, this year now, 2026, by the end of the year, come back to me in December, Ruben, because you're going to come back and you're going to say Speed Barn Jams Deluxe
Jams.
Edition was the album of the year.
Oh,
Album
okay.
of the year. Yeah.
Well, we'll
That's how
definitely
much you're
have
gonna
you
like it.
back. I'm sure. We may have you you know, come back before the too long, maybe midway into the year and see how things are going.
Yeah, I'm there might be a couple of select summer showcases for
Mm.
Vikki in the barn. So yes, I might have to get a hold of Evil when I have the
Yeah.
confirmed dates for that. And obviously, if sales reach the right numbers, you might have me coming on here to tell Eddie Trunk, "Fuck you, I'll be at the Sphere, buddy." What do you think about that?
Yeah. That'd be
Where's
great.
Gene Simmons now? I'm on stage at the Sphere playing Cock Teaser. What do you think about that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if Eddie Trunk wants to ride my serpent. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well,
All
good
right. Well, thank you for having me,
chatting with you
Ruben.
again.
Yes. God
Yeah.
bless the Wrap Up Show and Evil and everything you
Ooh.
guys are doing. Don't let that Ghoulie Wendell ruin everything, because that guy's a questionable person, just like the rest of these
Yeah.
monsters. So,
Well,
yeah.
before I let you go, I mean, Taylor is um full figured, right? And she does use filters, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Would you agree?
That's what Evil's shown me. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just making
He's
sure.
yeah,
I was
no,
just going to
yeah,
say from a woman's perspective, right?
oh no, I looked right at the pictures and said, yeah, she's 100% using filters. She's lying about her weight.
Yeah.
And she probably, I'm gonna say, like, Nordstrom's is the lowest store she's going to go to. So she's got high end taste. So that if Wendell thinks he's going to stick with that, he better open up the pocketbooks pretty. If he thinks the $290 is too much for a song, he's going to be pretty surprised what
Right.
Taylor would charge him for a good time late at night in a hotel room. So.
And you're familiar with Shelly Rocks as well, right? The other jackal
Yes,
from the CMS. Yeah.
Yes. One evening, Evil was at my place working on some gear, and he said, "You need to see this." He kind of showed me the show, the classic metal show, and I gotta say that those two guys are pretty hard on my eyes. They kind of ruined my sight a little bit, seeing
Yeah,
these two
right.
ugly, hideous gentlemen on the screen. But then he
Right.
showed me the chat room, and I thought,
Right.
I'm, as a they them, as someone in
Mhm.
transition, I can assure you that there's no women in the room. These are
Oh
women.
yeah. Yeah.
These are ladyboys like me.
Yeah. I mean, that Shelly Rocks, on a scale of 1 to 10 in the barnyard, what number would you give her?
She's a good 7 or 8 in the pig department, but she probably has an 8-inch horse cock in her pants. So, because I don't think she's a chick, I think she's a dude. So I think she's fooling all those guys. I think she's in there, getting
Right.
the attention of the boys she wants.
Yeah.
If those guys ended up in a jail cell with her, they'd probably find out pretty quick that she's she's a man.
She's a man. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, great.
So sorry to
Yeah.
ruin your ruse there,
Oh no, you
Shelly
did.
Rocks.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Right.
It's
All
okay,
right.
Shelly. You can join the club.
Yeah.
I'm the leader of the
There you
club.
It's true. Yeah.
So
All right.
maybe I'll fly over to Switzerland and join her barn sometime.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Why not?
All right.
Okay.
Well, there
Well,
you go.
thanks
So
for-
thank
thanks
you,
for
Wrap Up
dropping by.
Show. Yes, you've always entertaining and always fun. And I just go out and get Ride the Serpent or Cock Teaser or Balls on Fire is another one that I have coming out. So get ready. They're all your genitals will be on fire when you hear my new music. That's for sure.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks.
Ruben.
Yeah, no
Bye,
problem.
Wrap Up Show.
We'll see you.
Raise your horns high.